What's up, YouTube? So, quick one. I want to be analyzing the market against this coming week. So, I want you to watch this video to the end because I'll be analyzing crypto market, I'll be analyzing currency pairs and stock market. In the process, I will also be showing you price based strategy that is actually very powerful. And I believe that if you use that strategy, if you use it the proper way, you are definitely going to hit the market the right way. Okay, so let's go to my computer screen and let me put you through all these things so that we can understand how the market is for the coming week. Okay, so we are on my computer screen now. So let's start with the currency pairs. Then we move to the other ones. So if you look at Euro USD, you discover that it has been trending to the upside for a while now. Let's look at it together. You see, after this consolidation, after this pattern, your reversal and shoulder pattern, you see we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Then, sorry, what's to remove this out of the way? Okay, so then you will discover that we have after that higher high, came back to make higher low, then make the same high, then came back to this particular level. So here we have what we refer to as double top. This is one, this is the second one. Let me remove this. Okay, double top. So now you do not want to just look at the market from one end. Okay, you do not just want to look at it from one end. Don't say because you have double top, then you could sell. If you had seen the market here, yes, it is okay to sell. That is if the sentiment also supports selling. What I mean by sentiment is that what is happening to euro, what is happening to US dollar, what is happening to euro. So you need to understand that. You can check here to read about that, or you check Yahoo Finance or CNBC to check to read about all that. Okay, so right now, what is actually happening right now is that the market could actually be said that it is consolidating here. So you do not just want to take the market or enter the market here. A lot of people will want to buy here because this is a particular strong support, like people will say, but I don't really buy those things. They will say this is a resistance, this is a support, this is a support. Okay, they will say, oh, it has been tested multiple times. That doesn't mean anything. It could break. You cannot determine categorically if the market is going to go up from here or break below and come down. So what you need to do is first of all understand if it is suitable to buy US dollar now or buy euro right now. And you can only do that by first of all you can actually read about them here to better understand what's going on. If you don't get information here, go to Yahoo Finance, CNBC. There are so many websites where you can get more information on some of these currencies and how they are performing now. And if you don't want to do that, you can actually use ChatGPT to get the latest information about how this currency or how investors are viewing US dollar or euro now. That will tell you if you are to buy. So if you want to, after you do that, then you can come here, wait for pullback here, and then you take a buy position. Or you wait for a break to the downside here, a break, you can take your entry directly or you wait for pullback before you take your sell position. Okay, if the sentiment, if the if the sentiment supports the selling of the selling euro against US dollar. Okay, so that is what you want to consider. You don't just want to rely on technical feature alone. You want to pay attention to what the investors are doing out there. That is very key. So that is for euro USD. GBP USD is the same. They react more or less the same way as you can see. So because of that, I will not be analyzing this. So I believe you can do that. So let's move to stock market. Okay, if you look at stock market, you will see that the stock market has actually been on the upside. Okay, that's actually been. Wait, let me come back to euro USD and put it on 4-hour time frame, which is my entry time frame, so that we can better see what's going on there. Okay, okay, so wait for a pullback here, then before you take your buy position. And if you are selling, you have to wait for breakout of this support and then come down. Yeah, that is clear enough, I believe. So now let's consider currency pairs. I say currency pair stock market. So the stock market has actually been going up, despite all the recent noise. So let's look at it from higher time frame. Okay, as you can see, the market has actually been going to the upside. So the pullback that could actually happen here will take a lot of time. It's not going to be so soon. Okay, if you look at the market here, it has been rallying since 2022 down up to this point before there is a pullback to this particular resistance. So that is one thing about stock markets. These companies, most of them do well and they drive the markets to the upside for a long time. So now the market has started now 2025 from here and it's going. So this pullback is going to take time. You are going to see a lot of consolidation along the way and then you take a buy position. Those consolidation may be caused by all this noise, like recently now rare earth material issue, tariff, and those kind of things cause the market to dip here. If you come to daily time frame, so like let me come to daily time frame so that you can see, you see this dip. Okay, this dip here is caused by that drama. So this dip could actually be seen as an avenue to also join the trend. Okay, so right now let's come to daily time frame. You will see the market. Okay. So right now, the market has actually retraced. A pullback here to form double bottom will be a good opportunity to buy. However, before you buy too, you also want to check the sentiment of the market. How are the investors seeing the market? S&P 500. How are they seeing S&P 500? How are they seeing Nasdaq and all those things? So if you check Yahoo Finance, you get more information that will guide you in taking your decision either to buy or to sell. So Nasdaq is more or less like S&P 500 in this case, as you can see the move up. So down here will be a good opportunity. So that is for stock markets. All right, so let's consider commodities now. So let's start with gold. So last week I actually analyzed gold and I said gold could we could actually consider buying gold around this area. But right now I'm not seeing, because when I check the sentiment, one thing is this: when the sentiment of stock market is actually good, okay, when the stock market is looking good, investors tend to bring their money into this kind of assets, okay, risk assets, and then they remove their money from safe haven asset like gold. So because of that, I'm seeing a lot of consolidation. As you can see too, the market has actually is choppy for gold. So because of the optimistic or optimism in the stock market. So because of that, if I have a position open here, I will close for now and leave gold out of it. So for now, I don't have anything to do with gold. But technically speaking, this place being double bottom or triple bottom is a good way to buy, and that is why you see the market behaving like that. Okay, so but for now there is nothing there, so I will leave that out of the equation. So for oil too, just like I explained earlier, first of all you need to understand the sentiments right now surrounding it. But if you are to take a position at all, I will advise you to wait for a pullback to this particular support, because this is a very strong support, and then take a buy position after the pull down to that particular support level. If the market should pull down to this particular support level, then you can take a buy position. But you also want to make sure you check the sentiment. If the market should pull down here, ask yourself, is the market good for buying, okay, at this particular level? So if it is not good for buying, then don't buy. Just wait for the market to give you signal. I'm talking about considering the sentiment of the market. Okay. So if you check the sentiment, let's say you you go to your finance, you see that oil is still going to drop. You may consider selling from here too. Okay, you may consider selling. There is a channel here. Let me show you something. There's a channel. If the channel get broke to the downside, if the channel get broken to the downside, you can this is the channel. Let me show you. Okay, so if the market break to the downside, you may want to consider selling maybe to this particular support level. And if it happens that your sentiment support buying, if it breaks to the upside, you can also buy. But one thing is this: you want to make sure that whenever you are taking any position, first you need to understand how other investors, the big players, how they are seeing the market. That's why I said you should always consider reading about all these things, or try to understand all these things before you don't just rely on your technical analysis. So that is for commodities. So the last one is the BTC. Okay, and let me say this quickly. Let me say this. The markets, the actually, I'm actually taking position on BTC. Not only BTC actually. I am actually taking a position on BTC. I have position open on gold. Uh, when I explained last week, I actually have, but I'm going to close the trade when the market open on Monday. This particular trade, I'm going to close it when the market opens on Monday. But for BTC, for now, I don't know. I just hope the market gives me what I want. This is where I intend to take my first profit. So let's just keep my finger crossed. However, one thing is this: before you take any position for BTC, for example, uh, if before you take your position, you don't necessarily have to use BTC. You can actually use Solana, because one thing is this: as BTC is rallying up, other coins tends to follow. Solana, Avalanche, name it, all those other coins, major coins, they tends to follow suit in that direction. So even if you are not buying BTC, let's look at Solana, for example. I'm just say so USD. Okay, I'm just use this Coinbase on. Okay, so so you can see Solana to trying to push to the upside. So they tend to react with BTC. And before, like I said, you can see our dot bottom here. So here now, when I saw it on BTC, when I saw the dot bottom or triple bottom, whatever you call it, triple bottom here, 1, 2, 3. So when I saw it on BTC, I think for BTC it is just double bottom, then a few lower low. So now when I see it, the next thing I will check was to confirm my sentiment of the coins right now. And I realized that, okay, for now, the market might actually push to the upside. So that was when I took my position. So even after you see your technical analysis, you need to also consider the sentiment around it, the fundamentals around it. So if you want to take this trade now, I would advise you wait for it to close above this particular neckline. So that way you can manage a reasonable stop loss. Let's say it close above here. Okay, your stop loss can easily be under here or so, and then you can target as long as you can. Okay, and yeah, so basically, so that is for crypto. I will give you more detailed information. I will give you detailed information because this is just a rundown of what I'm looking at for the week, and I also want you to tap into it. But next, in my next video, I'm going to give you detailed strategy, how to get the sentiments, so that you know what the investors are thinking about an asset, and then technical analysis, where and when to enter the market. So these are the key things that I'm going to show you in my next video. So don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you have any question. If you want to talk to me directly, my Telegram link is in my bio.